Today, we'll see a news regarding COVID lockdowns and the anger that's growing in China over the tightening COVID lockdowns. 10 people died from a fire in an apartment block in Urumqi. This was seen by many in China as a lockdown caused tragedy. This led to widespread anger on social media. More cities in China has imposed partial lockdowns on Friday as COVID-19 cases are soaring to the highest since the pandemic, bringing fresh restrictions for a weary Chinese public. The National Health Commission has reported many cases. If the early lockdowns were tolerated and seen to have spared China, the mass deaths seen in many countries' public views 3 years later on are markedly different. You might have already read about the recent clashes that have broken out in China from the riots in the iPhone hub, etc. The government has continued to defend zero COVID and has warned that easing the policy would mean a wave of deaths with many unvaccinated elderly. Now, what is the biggest news today? 10 persons died from a fire in an apartment block in Urumqi, which people thought as a lockdown caused tragedy. The videos on Chinese social media showed that the fire trucks were spraying water that barely reached the fire as they were stationed outside the gates. The internet users questioned state media reports saying that the compound was in lockdown and asked why fire trucks could not enter. The fire was widely seen as a lockdown caused tragedy, adding to public's frustration. One was also known as economic tolls of lockdown are also mounting. More than one-fifth of the country's GDP was under lockdown. So that's all about the news. Thank you.